today. So guys, we are going to cover two new features inside VINNY. They were released a couple of weeks ago and they're all about the idea of communication. So the vision for our roadmap for 2021 is communicate, automate, dominate. So what we've delivered this quarter, it's really all around the communications hub, which is that communication layer that sits across the top of your Vincere CRM. So we're going to be looking at VinnyChat, which is basically our version of Slack, and it lives inside Vinny Desktop and also the new mobile app. We're going to be looking at a few of the features of VinnyChat that are quite unique. You probably don't know about them, shout outs in particular, and also push notifications. And we're also going to be looking in particular at the whole new mobile app. So we basically ripped up the old mobile app. It just wasn't good enough. It was all right. And we've rebuilt it from the ground up, based really on customer feedback. We're going to finish as well with a little surprise that we've got for you. So what we are going to try with you, we're going to open up the Communications Hub roadmap to you, our customers. We're going to give you visibility on exactly what's been included in each release, but we're also going to let you suggest directly on the roadmap features that you'd like us to put in. And allow you to vote on whether those features are valuable to you or not. So we want to be very customer led in what we're putting into the Communications Hub. We don't want to spend time and money building stuff you're not going to use, basically. So we'll show you how that'll all work. And of course, after the webinar, we'll send you out a cheat sheet and the recording so you can send it on to any colleagues who aren't able to make it. Ginny, my dear, you're a solid 9, you said?
I'm feeling good. I think we have, if you guys haven't seen it, we have got a little poll as well for you to answer. So let us know at the moment, what tool are you guys using? So you'll see that pop up on your screens. So get your answers into there. And yeah, I mean, I'll dive in and show you what you're all waiting for.
Cool. So while you switch to Vinny, Ginny, just so you're aware, this idea of internal communication in recruitment, I think pre-COVID, we didn't really have to think about it as recruiters. I mean, you're in the office next to each other. Internal communication kind of meant, turning to your mate next to you and asking them a question. So collaboration was just a lot more natural, I guess. Because we've been working remotely over the past year or so, we realized that we really had to help our customers keep collaborating and kind of stay connected as remote teams. So that's why VinnyChat was born, really. It's been in development for longer, actually. We started it in 2019, but we decided with COVID, we really needed to put our foot on the gas and get this out to you. So Ginny, over to you.
Cool. So one of the first kind of workflows that we want to just talk about before we dive in and show you is something that when we're training customers, we get asked a lot about, is the ability to share candidates and other records with your colleagues. So I'm here in my candidate table. I'm going to just pick on Chris here as an example and select him. And we've got this button here that says share to VinnyChat. Okay, so that's a really great way that you can use what we're about to show you. You can also get to VinnyChat at any time up here in your top right-hand corner. Okay, if we click on that, it's going to open up in a new tab. It's not coming up on top of anything. You can keep it in a new tab all day long. Now, when we come through to our communication hub, it is broken down into sections. So we're going to talk through each of these one by one. I'll start up here at the top with chat. This is your private messages. Okay, so I've got a chat here with Nicola. I can see all of my other direct messages here, and I can press on this button here to start a new chat with another user that I currently don't have a thread with. So we can see here in the past, I've sent over to one of my colleagues here a candidate I think that might be useful. You can actually do a lot more than just send over records. If I wanted to have a chat with Nicola here, I can actually use our inbuilt Zoom integration to start a Zoom call with her straight away. If I click on this button here, what's going to appear is that I'm going to have here my Zoom account. This is going to pop up and I can immediately set up this Zoom call with Nicola. We can both just click on this blue button here and it will take us through to that Zoom call immediately. So it's a really, really cool integration that we've got there. I can also send my colleagues GIFs. So we'll pick on Harley here as an example, which is someone who I'm sending quite a few GIFs through to here in the past. So to make use of this, what do I want to say to her? Maybe I want to just give her a big hello. if I click on this lightning bolt, this is how I can send a GIF. I can press on enter, and it's going to give me the options of the different GIFs that I can choose. Okay, I can shuffle through until I found one that I'm happy with, and then I can choose to send that through to Harley. So it just adds a little bit of fun to your internal communications.
We're kind of all GIF addicts at Vinny. Whenever something good or bad happens, there's always a GIF for it. And our customers who are using this, it's probably one of the most silly but most loved features of VinnyChat. So give that one a try.
Absolutely. You can also, so how when we were in Vincere, we went to our candidate and we selected them and we wanted to send the details over. You can also append things from actually inside VinnyChat as well. By just clicking on this plus button here, we can append a file, a placement, a company, a job. Maybe we want to send, let's say, a particular job over to my colleague Amy here. All I'm going to do is type in the job title, select the job that I want to send to her, and maybe I think that her candidate is good for this role, and I can send that over. Okay, what Amy can then do is she can click where this link is, and it's going to take her straight through, again, in a new tab to that job. So it's just saving having to, copy and paste into WhatsApp, copy and paste into emails. It's all just here in VinnyChat, ready to go.
I think that's probably one of the main edges of using VinnyChat compared to, say, a Slack. Now, you'll notice that the design, if you use Slack, which we do, and the design, everything is exactly like Slack. We've been very inspired by Slack because it's great. Just ask Salesforce, they just bought it for $27.7 billion. So they kind of think it's good. And you've got that inside Vincere. We built it for you, basically. This has about 90% of the functionality of Slack, and we're going to add the other 10% in the next few months. But what Slack will never give you, or MS Teams will never give you, is that ability to actually share records natively from the database out to chat channels, all in one place and all risk-free.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. The next section that we're going to look at, so that's your private one-on-one messages. We can also set up groups. Okay, so an example of this, you might want to create a group for your management team. You might want to set up a public group that anyone in your company can use. But it's just a nice way of talking to multiple people in the business at once. So maybe you want to set up a group for your compliance team, for your temp desk team, for your exec team, and just build them all in together. You've got all of the same features here, guys. Okay, so you can still send your GIFs, your emojis, you can still set up a Zoom, you can still append all of your files, attach documents, whatever it is that you want to do, you can still do that, but you're sending it across to your groups instead.
So a lot of a popular group that we're seeing is around from our exec search clients is if you get an assignment on and there's multiple people working on that role, set up a channel for that job. And you can have all of your resources or whoever, account managers, all working within that one thread, that one channel, rather than WhatsApp, emails, here and there. Kind of brings it all together.
Cool. The last section here I really want to show you guys, this is a really cool one. This is shout outs. Now, a shout out, think of it like the work from home equivalent of a high five. Okay, it's shouting across the office that you would do to your colleagues. Instead of being able to do that, we're all still stuck working from home here in the UK. So this is the virtual way of doing that.
A virtual high five. Did you just think of that, Ginny? That's great. I love that.
I think it's quite cool. We all miss that ultimately. If anyone who's still working from home, you miss being able to go over and say well done to someone. For example, if they make a new placement. Okay, I've got a new placement shout out theme here. And what I can do here is I can share a shout out now. Okay, so I want to send this that my colleague Amy, and she has done a placement. And let's say it's good value one. We've got a 10K placement here going on. So I want to share this, and everyone's going to get that straight through, and they're going to see that we've given her a shout out. Okay, so it's just a big well done, a big high five across the office. Just a really good way to stay connected while we're all still from home. Cool. What I want to show you guys now is actually what this looks like on the mobile. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for a moment and just
while you do, Whilst you do that, Ginny, I'll just share the results of the poll. So we asked you at the beginning, what communication tools are you using to communicate with your own team? And it's quite interesting. All of the most popular communication channel that you're using is actually WhatsApp. And we see that across all of our customers. And, you know, I don't have to labour the point, but if you're using WhatsApp, there's a lot of concerns around where's that data going, GDPR compliance, it's going straight to Mark Zuckerberg, basically, owned by Facebook. A lot of you are also using email, which is obviously a lot more static, and email just kind of rot in inboxes, and then you're using a whole mix of other tools. So yeah, consider looking at VinnyChat as a way just to consolidate all of that into one place. What am I looking at here then, Ginny? You've got dark mode on.
So I do have dark mode on. We are looking at our VinChat app. Personally, I think, yeah, it looks really, really cool here in dark mode. And I've popped straight here into my communications tab down here at the bottom. This is where I can see all of the same stuff that we were just looking at. Okay, we can come in. I can see that immediately there has been that shout out. Okay, I can see there's a birthday shout out that I haven't looked at yet. So I can come in here and see what's happened in there. I can come in and look at all of my groups. So I can hop in, I can have those conversations with the management team. I can do it all straight here from my phone. And I've got all of those individual chats here as well. So it all just ties in seamlessly with what we've been looking at from inside the desktop version as well. But there is more to the VinChat app than just the communication hub. Okay, so as well as VinnyChat, we have also got full access here on the far left at the bottom. So I'm just clicking along our bottom menu at the moment into the CRM, and I've got here my companies. I can click through to my contacts and see a list of all of my contacts. And I've also got here my job leads as well. So you've got full access to that CRM from inside the mobile app. The next section over again, I've just tapped at the bottom here, guys, into the ATS, and I'm looking here at my jobs. Okay, so I can see here my project manager role, my project manager positions. I can scroll through and take a look at those jobs. The next tab over here is my candidates. Now I'm going to show you guys something quite cool. I'm going to search for a particular candidate here called Gwen. So I've just run a little search and I'm going to click into Gwen's profile. Now I can see all of the same information here that I can see from inside VinChat. So I've got her photo up at the top, her status. I can then see her notes there. So her executive brief is showing through there. And I can actually click where it says open original CV. I'm going to press on that button and it's going to pull me through to her CV, which I can then scroll through. Now, it's not all that you can do from on here. You can also perform actions from the mobile app as well. Okay, so I can see here in this application section towards the bottom of my screen, I can toggle between viewing just the active applications, or I can look at all of them. And I'm going to press on the number 2 where it says shortlisted. Now that is going to take me through to the applications here. And I can see that I've got 3 applications that she's active in. So let's say that for the project manager role up here at the top, I can actually swipe over to the left and I can do various things here. Okay, I can press on the blue tick to progress her through a stage. I can press on the red cross to reject her. So if she's not actually suitable for that position, I can add my comment, my reason for rejection. And I can also rate Gwen as well. Okay, so all of the same stuff that you guys can do inside VinChat, we can also do here inside the mobile app. Now, if I come back here to Gwen's profile, I'm going to show you guys something really, really cool. Now, let's imagine that you are on the train home from work. You're picking up a coffee, maybe on the way to work in the morning. You don't really have time to be spending too much time doing this. You just want to make some notes very, very quickly. So I'm going to press on that microphone button that you can see in the top right-hand corner. And what we're going to say is that we had our phone call with Gwen. She's great for the role. And then what that will do is it will pull me through to the comments. I can then leave all of the details of those comments. I can still link it through to an activity. So link it through to your goals exactly as you do when you're inside VinChat, and all of the other options here, and press on save. Okay, so I can save all new comments, and it's voice to text, which is just really cool when you're on the go.
The other thing that we added, maybe you're going to get to this, Ginny, but one thing that we added, and it was really requested by customers, is the ability to, from the mobile app, be able to view the live list. So the live list, if you're not using it already, is basically kind of like a client portal, but it's specific to one role. And a lot of you really wanted the ability to, on the fly, be able to click, see the live list, so you can see what your clients are seeing on the live list. And then kind of, on your mobile, just have a quick review call with them and see what they're seeing, basically. So we added that in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So just think of it really as everything that you want to be able to do when you're on your mobile, all the same stuff that you're doing on your desktop, you're able to do on your phone as well. You might, oh, sorry, I was just gonna say, we might find that if you are kind of getting a bit fatigued working from home, okay, so you are working from home, you're feeling like you're not escaping your desk, and you might be sitting here thinking, okay, well, I don't really want all of this stuff pinging through to me all the time. I want to be able to shut off at the end of the day. So if you do want to do that, you can come over here into the left-hand side menu bar, and we have got this option here where you can come into your settings and you can choose your notification settings. Okay, decide what you have on and off. You can mute everything at night if you want to. If you don't want to be knowing what people in the office 7 hours ahead are up to, that's fine. Okay, you can turn everything off and just avoid getting those notifications if you would like to.
That's probably one of the coolest things, I think, that we put into the mobile app, and it's the push notifications. And it's not just on the mobile app, it's also on the desktop. So, I mean, as a minimum, I'd say I would want to know when a placement was going through. So make sure you've got that one switched on, and it'll make a little bing noise on your desktop, so you know that someone's making money, which is great. And you decide kind of, what you want to see and what you don't. Are you going to show the analytics, Ginny?
I am, yes. I was about to say, for any managers or anyone who is very, very keen on knowing your reporting and what's going on there, if you open up your side menu, click into analytics, okay, it's going to give you a really nice snapshot of exactly what's going on. Okay, I can see my booked fees up there at the top. You can see I'm not doing very well this month at all, but I can see that I've got my booked fees, how many placements I've made. I can see it broken down into permit contract, temp retainers, and I can see all of my top performers down here at the bottom as well. And here, like in Vincere, where you can always see that upside down triangle, that is your filters. Okay, so you can come in here, you can filter down by a particular time period or just to view a particular user. Okay, you want to check up on someone in your team on your way to work on the train, you can do that. You can drill down in the same way as you can when you're in the full analytics suite in Vincere. So it just gives you a really nice snapshot of what's going on.
I'd say if there's any managers on the webinar today, probably that's really what you're going to use more than anything. So what you can do is you just go into your settings and you can set up that analytics view that we're looking at now. You can make that the first thing that you see when you log into Vinny. You decide what you see by default when you first log into the mobile app. That's about it really, isn't it, for now? I mean, that's about it. Only took us 18 months to build, 8 minutes to show. That's a bit depressing, isn't it? But I just want to take the screen and just show you guys something that is quite important. So the mobile app and VinnyChat, they've been a bit of a focus for us. They come as part of this communications hub that we're really building out inside Vinny. And we've got some really cool stuff coming to you over the next 6 months when it comes to marketing automation, email sequencing, all of that good stuff. But what we're going to try is something a little bit different. We're going to give you access to our roadmap for Vinny Communications Hub. So we'll send this link out to you after this call as part of the cheat sheet. And what it is it's access to our kind of roadmap portal. We'll be able to show you what we've shipped in each release. And we'll also be able to, as we scroll down here, give you access to what we're considering for the future. So you'll be able to come in here, you'll be able to submit ideas. If stuff's missing from the mobile app, and of course there will be, there'll be stuff that you'll want. Submit it as an idea in here, and then you guys can collaboratively vote on what you think is important or what's not. So we're really looking to you, our customers, to help us and steer us on what you guys need. And we are receptive. We do listen. Every time you give us an MPS, it comes straight through to us in our internal VinnyChat. So let us know what you think. And that's it for today. Have we got any questions, Abby, that we can answer just while we're here?
Yes, we had a question, I'm not sure if you'll know, Eloise, about if Odro would be integrated into the VinnyChat option to share Odro videos.
I have no idea because we don't really control integrations with stuff like you know, the Odros. They kind of have to build it. So I'm not sure as the honest answer.
Cool, perfect. And then just one.
Ask Odro though.
Yeah, ask Odro. Can you book candidates against temp jobs on the mobile app?
I don't think so at this stage. Although I think it's something that we're quite open to. We have phase 2 of the mobile app coming in at the end of April, so we can check on whether that's included in that phase 2 and let you know. And any other questions, Abby? We can kind of go back on the cheat sheet for the guys. We did really well with timing there. Only 3 minutes over, Ginny. Well done.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I mean, just kind of moving forwards, obviously we will be hosting future webinars as well. So do keep your eyes peeled. Give us a little cuddle on social media. We have got lots going on LinkedIn, on Instagram. So follow our pages. We're always running, you know, we're doing little shout outs. We kind of run occasional little competitions and things, and it just gives you a little bit of the behind the scenes, really. So give us a follow, give us a like, and yeah, just keep on board with everything that's going on.
Yeah, thanks ever so much for joining, everybody. We really appreciate it. And remember, Vinny loves you.
Vinny does love you.
Okay. Speak to you all soon. Thanks, ladies. Bye-bye.